What's going on, everybody? Wow, it's been a minute, hasn't it? Man, I think it's been like a week since my last video one-on-one, and then it was a solid week between that video and the previous ones with a couple interviews thrown in there. The latest interview was Sue Bowles, and some nice engagement there. I know she appreciates y'all commenting, as well as Jan, my past guests. Um, they like that. They enjoy that. And they're often guesting on channels that don't get quite the views that I get. So they're very impressed and very happy with the outcome. So thank you for engaging with my guests. Uh, but why have I not been here or on the camera myself a lot lately? And there is really no real excuse for it. Yes, I've been busy. I've been averaging 15 to 20 meetings a week for several weeks now. As you all know, I launched a local community podcast here called Hernando, The Real Hernando. So that's added a lot of juice between booking guests, showing up. I always meet them for a pre-interview in person. That can take an hour. Then we schedule an interview that can take up to an hour and a half. These things are filling up, and just working on more general business stuff. But it's getting a little out of hand. I'm starting to be a little more cognizant of my time, and it's hard to get things done when you have 20 meetings in a week. So I'm working on that. But as far as getting on this channel, I don't like what I've done for the last few weeks. I'm not happy with that because I have a lot of fun getting on this channel and getting on the camera. So that's why I'm at my desk. I was just like, do a video, bam, fired my lights up, turned my camera on, here I am. Because I feel like if once I get going again, it will fall back into a regular pace. Because I do enjoy coming on here and doing a video and talking to you guys. Another problem, it's not a problem, but another thing that has been just kind of on me was sometimes, plenty of times I've thought about, man, I should do a video, but what am I going to say? Like, I sometimes I feel like I have nothing to say because I've just been so busy. And when the nighttime rolls around, my brain is fried. So sometimes I just don't know what to say, and then I overthink that. When in reality, y'all are the kind of audience where you're just interested in following, like my mother's day to day. So obviously, you follow my videos. So I don't want to say I'm a vlogger, but sometimes I just got to remind myself, just get on the camera and talk. Tell them about your day. So that's what I'm going to do, at least for today. So I did have a free moment here. I only had three meetings today, where tomorrow is 6 appointments tomorrow. So it's been busy. Overall, though, things are good. Still working out. Not sore anymore. I kind of got through that period. Still doing yoga. Still working with a trainer. Actually, just changed trainers. The trainer that I was working with before for the first few weeks had to move to nights because he owns a landscaping business, seasonal business, and it's starting to pick up for him. So he has to move his training sessions to the evening, which I can't do. So I'm working with a different guy, and so far so good. Today was my first day with him. A little different approach. It's still more of a circuit training where you're doing a lot of reps, lightweight or body weight type exercises. And you do 10 here, and then you go to this other thing and you do 10 there, and then you go right back and forth. You cycle through those two different exercises, 3 sets of 10 reps, whatever. And then you move on to the next grouping and you do 3 groupings. but it's fast paced. You're one after another. You just keep going. So in 25 minutes, it's a heck of a workout. So the guy that I'm working with now, same thing, but rather than more body weight type exercises, it's weights and machines. Which okay, I'm gonna give that a try. So we had a great workout today. Worked my shoulders and chest. Um, but I'm gonna utilize more of their classes because they have some awesome classes that are all included with my subscription. The only thing I have to pay extra for is my trainer, and I do not plan on using a trainer forever because I have all these great classes that are what called 360 classes, where they are more of a circuit training class where it's like 10 people max with a trainer, and they make you do all these different trainings and stuff. A little higher end, a little more intensive, so I want to build myself to that. Also, what's great are these trainers write out your plan. My binder's out of reach. And they just hand you the sheet when you're done with everything you did, the names of the exercise, the amount of reps, the weights, and everything. So I got a binder that I'm just storing this stuff in. So I feel like that's valuable because I'm learning what to do, what not to do, how to do the right things. And eventually, when I stop using private trainers, personal trainers, I'll have a nice catalog of exercises. And now will be a mixture of body weight circuit training and weight lifting circuit training. So it's going well, enjoying it. My plan is after 3 months, which is my first agreement, 2 a week for 3 months. Then I'm going to go to 1 a week for 3 months. That cuts the cost down, obviously, but that will still give me 1 day a week where I can work with that trainer and learn more things. Getting that piece of paper with the workout plan. And so then by the time I'm done those 3 months, in 6 months' time, I'll have 36 sessions in paper, in writing, that I can go to. I'd like to think that I'm at a point where strong, I'm in a good position now where I'm doing the circuit training classes. Now those are free or part of my membership. And even though they're a little higher, in intensity, I feel like I'll be in good shape to handle the rigors of that. Continue yoga 1 to 2 days a week to kind of offset that and balance out and stretch out, and just make sure that I go at least twice a week to look through my binder and put myself through a nice workout on my own and have that discipline to do it and not need a personal trainer. But the personal trainer is awesome because, again, I'm learning and I'm getting the sessions in writing for myself. But today the guy said it right. He's like, even Michael Jordan, the best basketball player in the world, even LeBron James, all these mega athletes still need coaches. And it's just good to have that person to push you and point you in the right direction and motivate you. And I felt pretty good today. Today would have been a day that I wouldn't have had issues if I had to go on my own accord without a trainer. But I think it's the first time it's happened since I started working out. Every morning since the first day I started up until today, I did not want to go to the gym. But I knew I had something planned. I have a trainer. I'm paying for this stuff. And it just motivated me to get in there. And I feel like I made it over the hump. I'm leaving exercise sessions, and the next day I can still walk. I can still move around. Those first few weeks were tough. But I'm on the other side of that. So that's been a huge thing for me. Plus, I discovered this amazing mountain bike trail down here in Hernando. What happened was the president of the North Mississippi Trail Alliance contacted me about being on the Real Hernando podcast a few weeks ago. we got to talking, and I was like, absolutely. And he wanted to promote this mountain bike trail that a lot of people didn't know about, and I didn't know about. It was, I didn't even know it existed. So just this past Saturday, I interviewed him. We actually walked about a quarter of a mile up the trail to this little common area in the middle. They have a table, grill, little, they call it a little hub spot. So we hiked up to that and did our video there, right there in the woods at the table, and did his interview for the podcast right there. But because of that, now I discovered this amazing bike trail. Now, you can absolutely hike it too. And look, Mississippi's pretty flat, right? But in this area, it's got some good hills to it. I would say it's mountainous, relatively speaking, considering I'm in Mississippi. And then the trails wind, and because it's set up for mountain bikes, they make the trail wind around and all these sharp corners, and they got jumps and ramps for them, and it's really cool. But it's absolutely good for hiking too. Plenty of people hike there, so I did. I hiked there Sunday, and it's got a great app where you can pull up the map of the trails. How there's several different trails that all interconnect and everything, and it tracks how long you walked, how many miles, tells you all the inclines and declines that you're going through, and then you can save uh, that walk. You record your hike as it says in the app, and then you stop at the end, and then it goes into an archive. So now I can go back and see my first hike and what it was, and keep track of all the different hikes, because now I'm going to start doing that. Definitely, I have it in my schedule like every other Sunday to balance out with my schedule with Skylar. So, um, and it was great. 3.5 mile hike. Whew, that kicked my butt right there, but it felt good. If I would have gone on that hike 4 weeks ago before starting to work out, different story. I would have been miserable. But I'm getting, I can tell there's some momentum here, which is all I need. I need to keep with this momentum. And that's really it. I hope everyone's been doing okay. The weather here in northern Mississippi is bipolar. This is not uncommon this time of year, that our weather is very sporadic and just bipolar. Like Mid South needs some good lithium for the bipolar issues when it comes to the weather, because now it's 75, 40, 50, 70, 40, cold, raining for 3 days straight, back up into the 60s, windy. I mean, it's just all over the place. And just when you think, spring is here, it goes away. And then, overnight, summer. So our spring is, or I would say the tail end of our winter is just spotty, bipolar. Spring kicks in, maybe a little bit more of that, and then summertime. And then it's 3-4 months of heat. So I know it's here, it's coming, it's just around the corner. But this is that time of year where it's just so confused. The weather system here just gets confused, doesn't know what time of year it is. And then the heat comes in a fury, which I love. It gets old. The heart of our summers, we're looking at 3 to 4 weeks straight of over 100 degrees with heat index. So it'll be 92 degrees, 93 degrees, but then you add the sticky humidity down here in the south, it makes it feel like 100, 102, 103. That's what the heat index is. It's like in the north, you hear what's called the wind chill factor. It can be 50 degrees outside, but that wind's whipping, and it brings it down to 35. Or really when it gets cold. The temperature will say 25, but the wind chill is 10. So when you go outside, it feels like it's 10 degrees outside. That's what the north is like. Well, down here, we don't deal with wind chill factor, but because our winters are what they are. I think it's cold enough to be annoying, but for us, it's heat index. That's what everyone talks about. The summertime, and every day for weeks, it's 100 degrees plus, and I love it. Shorts, flip flops, give it to me. I'll take it. It does get old, and eventually you're like, okay, let's bring on fall, and then we have amazing falls. Then our falls are just beautiful. It hits that mid 70s. Oh, it's great. But so there, I gotta go. I wanted to pop on here and just ramble in hopes that this will kind of get me motivated again, and I can fit the channel into my schedule and make this a regular thing, because I do miss y'all. I miss the engagement. I miss pushing these videos out for you. So I hope y'all have a great night, and we'll talk to you again soon.